Lord. You be seated, guys. Appreciate the help. Amen. What an awesome spirit we feel in this place tonight, an awesome presence of the Lord. The Lord showed me something this week, and I've got to share it. I've got to tell the story. You can jump up and run around if you want to, but you got to hear me out. I'm going to Birmingham. I'm going through Birmingham last week to Coleman, going to a children's thing up there to help make me a better person for junior camp. And as I go through over 65, there's a bridge out, and they've got a side lane. Everybody's on the shoulder. And as I approach this lane, there's a concrete barrier right in the middle of the road. And they put a brand new line that goes around the barrier. And I get to the other side of it, and you're going to think this is crazy, but it hits me like a bucket of cold water. I looked at my wife and said, I follow the line. And she looked at me, she said, are you okay? I said, you don't understand. She said, what is it? I said, the line went around the barrier. She said, where'd you expect it to go? I said, that's where I expected it to go. And she just kind of brushed me off. She was reading something and kept doing what she was doing. And it was an amazing, amazing revelation to me. Doing a little research, that line is only 4 inches wide and 30 thousandths of an inch thick. For you carpenters or machinists, that's a little less than a 32nd of an inch. That line kept that whole row of traffic following. And not a one of them that I saw hit the barrier. You said, what a great revelation. That's corny, Brother Salinas. But the line kept me safe. The line took me where I needed to go. The line is what made a difference. If there was no line and there was no barrier and I wasn't paying attention, I'd still be in the hole under the bridge. But because of the line, some of you don't understand. Exodus 19, verse number 11 through 13 says this. And be ready against the third day, for the third day the Lord will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. And thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, take heed to yourselves that you go not up to the mountain or touch the border of it. For whosoever touches the mount shall surely be put to death. It goes on and says, there shall not a hand touch it, but they shall surely be stoned or shot through. And it goes on and on. God told Moses, go down there, boy, and build a fence. And wherever you build the fence, that's where I'll be. Now, how'd you like that? That was an awesome demonstration Anthony did with the line. Reminded me of a story of a preacher from Alaska I heard tell me years ago. He said, unless you're the lead dog, then the scenery never changes. You're always looking at the dog in front of you. All right? We've all been given a commission. There's only one lead in the church. All right. We know who that leader is. Here's what happens when we get our eyes off the Lord. When we get our eyes off the departments that we've been put in. When we think we can do it better. When we steer off, we find ourselves in a ditch at the bottom of the ravine. When you don't follow the line, you find out that I want to do it my own way. Well, somebody's already been ahead of you. They've already plowed the row. They've already laid the line. They've already secured the boundary. They already know where it's at. We don't need to venture outside of the line. Tonight there's healing in this place. Tonight there's peace in this place. Tonight there's comfort for the brokenhearted in here. Tonight there's safe and peace to you in here. Tonight there's everything that you could ever want within the bounds of this place. Our problem is it's only convenient on Sunday. Only convenient on Wednesday. I'll go do my duty. I'll sing in the choir. I'll give. But don't mess with me during the week. The Lord wants us to follow that straight and narrow as these guys talked about. The Lord wants us to have that love that constraineth us that they talked about. The Lord wants us to understand that He died on the cross. He gave Himself. You say, what if I was the only one? You are the only one. To you, nobody else matters. On that day of judgment, there's going to be two. It's not going to be you and your mother. It's not going to be you and your husband or wife. It's not even going to be you and Brother Mac. It's going to be you and the Lord. And He's going to say, this is what I did for you. And then He's going to say, this is what you did for me. I ask you, what will that list be? I ask you, what will that star in your crown be? There's many lines in the Bible. I could sit here for the next 2 weeks and tell you about lines. There's one in Proverbs 24:30. Went by the field of the slothful and the vineyard of the man void of understanding. And lo, it was all grown over with thorns and nettles, and covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. Then I saw and considered it well, and looked upon it, and received instruction. When a line, when a wall, when a barrier begins to be broken down, things grow up, things escape. This is a vision, a portrait here of somebody that didn't take care of the wall. Somebody that didn't take care of the field. Somebody that didn't take care of the line. I'm not only going to follow the line, but I want to keep the line the line. Anybody here want to keep the line where it's at? Amen. Anybody in here want to help paint the line? If the line gets a little dim, let's help make the line so somebody else can see. If the line begins to get a little worn, let's make that line fresh again. Let's come out there and help keep the line where the line is. My Lord, my Lord. I want to thank God today. How many know the story of Joshua at Jericho? We all know that. I was praying this week asking God, I said, Lord, I need something on this deal with a line. You know, God told Joshua to go down to Jericho and march around the wall. Some of you young people tell me how many times a day? Once a day. For how many days? 7 days. On the seventh day, we're to march around how many times? 7 times. That wall was the line. That wall was the line. March around the city and they followed the wall. That's how they knew where to march. They followed the wall. When the wall turned, they turned. When it turned again, they turned again. They marched the wall. You know the story. At the end of the 7th day, at the end of the 7th round, all the things that separated them men did